first thing is... Okay.
Go.
Now we're doing the Bison Expedition.
Now we're going on.
Now we're going on the Bison Expedition.
And go.
We are at the tour plaza and we're waiting for the Jeep to go on the Bison Expedition.
You got tickets?
Oh yeah.
To the 12:30 Bison Expedition Tour. My name's Andrew. I'll be your guide over the next 2 hours, roughly 2-hour tour. No scheduled restroom break. Twisty, turny, bumpy, dusty, at times steep, at times thrilling. Airplane mode's going to save the battery on your phone. We're going to get up to 1,640 feet above sea level. That's our spot where you can get out, walk around, take some photos. Looking for the elusive North American bison? Keep that head on a swivel. Welcome to Avalon, everyone. It's a beautiful day. Happy to have you. Anyone's first time to the city? Well, I know that... Oh, cool. Welcome. Anyone didn't... so for those of you that have been here before, welcome back. It's a very unique coastal city in LA County here that we're gonna... It is the smallest, southernmost, and it's a very unique place. It's the southernmost city in LA County. Very nice place that's closed and has been closed for over 1.5 years now. It is a casino, but there's no gambling there. There never has been gambling, never will be gambling at our casino. Our casino was built in the year 1929, and back then casinos were simply venues for special events. You would not go to a casino to gamble. You would go for a dance, a ball, a play, a movie, award ceremony. The Conservancy owns it, and they will not allow the city to grow larger than the boundaries that have been set for quite some time. So it's 2.25 square miles in size, and again, it is smaller than Disneyland. You're going to get to know your neighbor, and we've got a lot of great drivers out. I'm just kidding. They converted it into a Pueblo hotel. City of Avalon coming up, great view here. On the left, take it nice and easy.
Remember we saw this on the bus?
So I'll be extra careful around that. Fantastic overlook of the city. Off to my left, you can see the Inn on Mount Ada. That's the bed and breakfast that's across from us above the long white wall. That is the original Wrigley Mansion that was out here on Catalina Island, built in 1921. Now, the Wrigleys are the same Wrigley family that at one point owned the Wrigley Gum Factory. So Wrigley Gum, Juice Fruit, Doublemint, Spearmint, Chicago Cubs, Wrigley Field, those Wrigleys. They purchased this island I work for in the year 1919. And when they purchased the company, they got 99% of the land rights to this island in that purchase. They bought it for a little over $3 million. So in today's kind of money, it's a little over 300 billion today. Like essentially our money. Now, the building was specific a W flag. It's kind of like when the Queen is in residence. So, the traffic soon.
Are there hiking trails?
There are hundreds of miles of hiking trails out here. Now, in order to go out to the hills, you need a Paradise Pass from the Conservancy, because all the land outside of Avalon is private property, and so you need a pass to go out to the hills. Today, I'm your pass. I'll be your pass to get out to the hills today. But if you want to learn more about the hiking trails available, I do recommend going to the bathroom break on it. Just like ours, no bathroom break. But we are going to get higher up. We're going to get higher up through the zip line today. Already above it, already above 500 feet. Welcome visitors. Entry permit required. I'm your permit today. All vehicles, bikes, hikers, the Catalina Island Conservancy. There's the number, there's the website. So you can get more information. I call them or check out the website as well. On your right, you have a warning and important information. We're going to be fine. Two bands of keep out of here. Off to your right, you can see the platforms 1, 2, and 3 of the zip line. Now, I will tell you all about the zip line on our way back into town. And everyone on my side of the vehicle is going to get a good look at it, and on the way back into the city. Right, and when we get into Bison territory, I'll give you the heads up.
This is where we saw the box on our trip. Right up here, straight across.
Right around the edge here?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So you've done the tour before?
Yeah.
And, you know, we kind of made this tour the one that goes by water sources. That gives us our best opportunity to find the bison. But the foxes are omnivores. They eat everything, and they get their... We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Don't remember this part, huh?
Yeah. No, they didn't do this last time.
Oh, they didn't do it? Now, this is an okay view. This is 993 feet above sea level. There's Hamilton Cove there on my left. Those are still within city limits. Those are condos. Anyone staying there?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
we're going back at 4. So
Okay,
yeah,
excellent.
right
Completely haunted. And there's the fire break that goes down to the water of the city of
Oh,
Avalon.
I see the Catalina Express.
Now, this is an okay view. I'm going to take you to okay views. I'm going to take you to good views. I'm going to take you to great views. You see the holes in the tree are put there by the acorn woodpecker. So kids, guess what? We still get to go. Normally bring a unique species to an enclosed ecosystem, or even a new species to an enclosed ecosystem. It can throw the ecosystem out of whack, right? Just like the cane toads in Hawaii, or from Hawaii to Australia. The ones here are about 70 years old. So I'll show you an example of the root system in a moment. Here on my left. See the roots growing towards one another, binding together. We're almost to the top of that stagecoach wagon would take people. So that's why they had that downhill turn, to give the horses a bit more momentum to get up the rest of the way. And this is a good view on your left. We're almost to a great view. The speed limit has changed too. We can get up to a whopping 25 miles an hour. Now pause and allow people to enjoy the view. We're going to the same spot to enjoy that view for a moment before we continue along into bison territory. And again, I can't promise bison, but I promise they're out there. Keep that head on a swivel, left, right, up, down, near, and far. If you see anything, let me know. On my left, that's a water reservoir, fresh water underneath the top there. I'm going to line up the view for you on the right in a moment so you can enjoy the channel. I just want to give you a heads up. We are going to be fine. I've been doing this for quite some time now. Ever since the judge gave me my license back. If you get scared, just close your eyes. That's what I do when I'm scared. We're fine. We're fine. Just line it up the view. Line it up the view.
I'm trying to leave and turn the other
He's like, I don't remember this.
No, we didn't. Actually, we didn't do this either.
You didn't do this
We
either?
kept going. We went left right there.
Oh, yeah. Not bad, huh? This is 1,480 feet. 1,480 feet. Palos Verdes is what looks like an island off of the coast of California over there. You see that?
We're 1,480 feet above sea level.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Advices on how to do it, how to execute it. So I stop in different areas that other drivers do. Other drivers stop in areas that I don't. And everyone brings their own kind of flavor to the experience. And each time is a lot of fun. Thank you for choosing to come out again. Oh, appreciate it. Over here on my left, you see the fencing around these trees? That's to protect them from the deer we have on Catalina. We have 4,000 mule deer on this island. We have the longest deer hunting season in the United States. It goes from July to December.
Bigger than that.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger. I mean, not much. I mean,
not much.
they're only about 8 pounds fully. Get a drink. Increases the chances of coming across them. It's always a roll of the dice. So let's remain vigilant. This fills up with rainwater during the rainy season, dries up during the dry season.
Is that how many natural water sources are there for this?
There's a lot more than most people give the island credit for, but they're all they became feral, and we had wild goats, wild boar, and we actually had from the 70s to the early 2000s they eradicated by having open season on it. It has that shuttle that can pick up and drop off people along the route. Here's a stop for people. And then you have the roads that go out to the separate campsites. So Avalon has the majority of everyone that lives on the island within that city. 4,000 residents. There's under 5,000 people that live on the island total. Some of them are in campsites, some of them are at ranches, some of them are at outposts. And then there's about 150 that live out at Two Harbors. Two Harbors is a small unincorporated seaside company village, so it's not a town or a city. It's very small. It's at the nearest part of the island, and it is very far away from us. It would take us from this point about 2.5 hours to drive there. Roof on the tent.
Yeah.
Go up and to the left.
yeah,
There's a
see
bison
it.
out there.
Yeah.
That's Mike.
That's Mike.
Mike Bison. You see him out there?
Yeah, I see him.
How do you know that's mine?
I just make it up every time. Single male bison on his own, so he's in this area. He's close to that water. So we're going to come back a little bit later today, and hopefully he'll make his way towards that water source that we saw. So right now, because that's a campsite that will be open in July. It's been open. A lot of these camps have been closed for over the year, over the kind of the strange times we've been having. So there's a skeleton tree right now, but they're starting to build it back up. The bison can live longer here than on the mainland because they don't have to worry about being hunted by people or any major wild animal. So a typical bison lifespan on the mainland would be about 20 years. Over here, they can live anywhere from 20 to 35 years, so they have a much longer lifespan. Stay there, but we are going to go down into the if that's right by the ranger here, be cool, be cool. No, it's not the ranger, we're fine. Make the left-hand turn here. Again, the high center that you have is in the back, the wide center through the vehicle, make certain turns feel bit more aggressive than we really are. We're not really going any faster than what we can do or how we really are. Make the turn here. Everyone's still with me, right? Excellent. And this right here is about 15 miles an hour on this turn. Full disclosure, I'm the trainer for the Hummers, and I have a lot of hours clocked on these things, so I make it do things that some other drivers don't. But we're perfectly safe. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I actually trained on these in the Marine Corps.
One more time?
I trained on these in the Marine Corps.
Oh, really?
They can do some amazing things.
They can, and we made these lighter.
Yeah.
So we took off the armor plating, and we put on some pretty serious shocks on these things. And so it rides a little bit different than, when they're weighted down. So, in fact, a lot of the trips I learned were from guests that have served, and east to west, half a mile wide at the nearest point. Also east to west, 56 miles of coastline, 77 miles of road, and 48,000 square acres of land, roughly 76 square miles. Another water trough here on my right. So let's keep our head on a swivel. Here's the bison scat on my left. There's some bison wallows. You see how nobody mows the lawn here. You see that? You see the difference as it goes up the hill? So this is all done by bison as they're out here. And again, it's always a roll of the dice. Let's keep on going and see if we can find some dandelions. You know the little things that you can pick and you kind of blow on them, and that's what's all in the air right here. The wind in the valley does it. So we have all these dandelion floaties.
There are dandelions in the air.
So Catalina is one of the 8 Channel Islands that lie across from the mainland. 8 Channel Islands in total. 5 of the Channel Islands are national parks today. Those are Anacapa, Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa, San Miguel, and Santa Barbara Islands. Two of the islands are owned by the United States Navy. That's San Clemente Island and San Nicolas Island. And this island is 100% private property. It's broken up into different ownerships. 88% of the island, the land we're driving in right now, that's Conservancy. It's a nonprofit 501c3 nature conservancy. So it's similar to a national park, but it's not public land, it's private. It's operated by a private land trust with a board of directors, CEO, and private funding. So it gets away with a little bit more, but it can do more as well. So they have a lot of red tape they don't have to cut through. They can put forth a lot of different initiatives, and all these conservancies, there's about 130 conservancies. They're able to work out conservation efforts that are used to help prevent wildlife from going extinct. In fact, over here on Catalina, we specialize on bringing back the North American bald eagle from near extinction. And they did such a great job over here. They used the methods they found at for other sea-faring birds or fishing birds to bring other fishing, like birds of prey, back from the brink of extinction. Today, on Catalina, there's about 27 bald eagles. On the Channel Islands, there's over 100. They brought them back from one or two. So they really were on the brink of extinction out here on the islands. They work with the Institute of Wild Studies for both of these instances. So the Conservancy is an active conservancy that does a lot of work. Did you go out to the ranch too?
I think there's some. I actually saw them up there.
3, 2, 1, up.
We're going on a detour.
We're going on a detour.
Alright, head on a swivel here. Bumps here. Oh, not the top. I'm just avoiding the bumps. So bison were brought out here in 1924 as part of a western that was being filmed. The production brought over 14 bull males. They got permission from the Wrigleys. So the Wrigleys didn't bring them out. The production did. The production got permission from the Wrigleys to bring out the bison. Now, they made a very, very big mistake because they brought over 14 bull males. And when you put 14 bull males in a small corral, they get very upset. There's no females. So they started fighting, they broke out, they went 14 different directions. The production company lost complete control and had to leave. They didn't get a single frame of bison in their movie from Bison on Catalina. That's a boatyard there on my left, and the route that's closed off, that goes to our largest freshwater reservoir. There's spotted some woodpeckers there, maybe some squirrels. Yep. How many? 100. How did that work? I'm assuming all of us have seen the movie Jurassic Park. And that's not what happened. Essentially, the Wrigleys just bought more bison. They ended up owning the bison. They were able to buy them for dirt cheap from the movie production. Ended up owning the bison, then realized they were a major draw to Catalina, so they bought them. They bought over 60 more, mostly females, release them out into the hills, and they've been here ever since. So yeah, this is the big field. You probably saw the bison last
Actually,
time.
I think we went left in there or something.
In here? Oh, yeah, we'll do this.
It was just sitting in there. I didn't know that.
There he is.
That's funny.
Good call. Way to call it. Way to call it. There's two, Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted. We're going to go nice and slow. I'll let you get a good look at them. Get those cameras ready. I set the ambiance. Two males. They'll hang out in small bachelor herds of up to 5. The females travel in much larger groups.
How many? Can they go up the hills?
Yeah, no issues going up and down these hills. They have no issues. There's some water down there, so it's moving. If you're nice and slow, you can move over. It's fine. Or you could say that. It's self-clear too. I'm watching the road. If there's traffic, I do it on the move. There's another one coming up too. Like I said, Bill and Ted. The males are larger. They're anywhere between. They're smaller. 600 to 1,200 pounds.
Now he's coming over. Say hi.
Now he rolls around. You notice that his tail went up when he went across the road?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Take it on the display.
No, say that, give a thumbs up. No, tell the audience to give a thumbs up.
Okay.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Look, there's the.
They can reach 35
We
miles an
actually
hour.
got to see a buffalo.
Yeah,
White
about
buffalo.
15 feet, they can reach that speed.
We actually got to see a bison.
They jump 6
if
feet
you
in the
like
air,
that,
or they
please
can jump
give this
6 to 8
video a
feet
thumbs up.
Tail's going up and he's pausing, so we're going to give him a moment and he's going to start. Oh, nature's going to take his push. Let's say that. We'll say hi to Ted over here. That was Bill. Good call.
Too slow. I'll get that picture of the guys.
Yeah, it's a little bird because they're covered in bugs.
It's like a freeloader.
1, 2, 3, cheese.
That would be pretty rough.
So he lost the fight, but he'll be back next mating season.
1, 2, 3, count. Okay.
Hi. The traditional farewell as you drop away. Everyone be sure to wave, and then say as you drop away, "Bye, son." Yeah, just get ready for dad jokes. A lot of terrible dad jokes. Okay, okay. Oh, piggy donkey on the dirt sheet. Don't like that time at all.
There's a little bureau.
The Augie.
Look, no bureau.
Oh, he's being pouty right now. He doesn't want to say hi.
See? I told you there's
I'll pull forward here.
No, that's
I'll turn. We'll put a 3-point turn. We make our way back on our routes. And it's all privately funded, privately owned horses, no commercial. Oh, Augie's gonna say hi. Hey, Augie.
Oh, dude.
Everyone, Tim?
Yeah.
Awesome. So you don't have food.
Yep. Lame.
And I'm glad we got to see bison today. Especially really close. They were very close. Across the street in front of us. So they will attack and even kill rattlesnakes in their territory. There's Bill, I think. That's the first one we saw. Ted's gone. I don't know where he went.
Boy, I bet you can see stars out here. I know that's not bison, but I bet without the light as much.
Oh yeah, so it's really amazing. A lot of people like to come out here to hike, and if they get up early enough, oh, Bill and Ted's just hanging out now. When they show up and they do the hiking, the 3-day or the 5-day or the 8-day, we're gonna get to our adventurous portion of the drive now. Pretty soon. Make the turn. So we were pretty. A lot of us drivers have adapted the tour a lot since the last time people were out here. And that's because we were heavily affected by the lockdowns here in California. On Catalina Island, we had 2 major lockdowns. One was for 2 months, the other was for 3.5 months. So about 5 months, about 5.5 months of the last year, we were completely shut down. And a lot of us drivers, when we were able to come back, we're like, we're just going to put our flair on it. So I personally forgot a lot of stuff. So I put the music on. But people ended up liking it. As I was doing the tour, as we started about a month ago, things started coming back. People started asking questions. But people still love the kind of the experience with the music, so I kept it. Tag out there. July to December, and it's both doe and buck. So you come out times of the year. First 3 months is bow hunting. The rest is pretty much everything else. I have a security gate up ahead. I'll have to open and close behind us. So I'll be right back. When it starts, there'll be a build-up. It gets pretty bumpy. Okay. If you're on the outside seat, lean into the middle and get to know your neighbor because there's brush on either side. So we'll keep you out of the brush, but be on the lookout.
Coming up is the adventure portion of the tour.
So that's really just I created what I call the playlist known as appropriate driving music for this. And I do believe it's appropriate driving music. I've broken the drive up into kind of 3 different areas. There's the teaser. It's a very little small area that kind of like, you're like, oh, okay, that's not nice. And then there's a little break between the teaser and the warm-up. The warm-up are these turns with bump, a couple of down and up portions of the road, nothing too intense. And then a big exploration point on the end of it. And then there's the calm before the storm, which is a nice and easy little drive until you get to the main events. The main events is what it is. They were going to be fine if you go seatbelts on, but let's say. In fact, so we don't go very fast. Top speed we'll get up to will be 25, and there'll be an ebb and flow to it. So. But you're definitely going to feel a bit more than you have so far because of the nature of the road. Twisty, turny, bumpy, dusty. Not too steep, but at times thrilling. He made it. He made it. That was a squirrel. That was a squirrel. Alright. Here's the teaser. Back road's going to be your time to shine pretty soon. into the middle. So a really interesting thing about this Hummer is we got them from the military. The military moved away from these Humvees and moved to things called MRAPs and a couple other things they're using now. So it's pretty much flat underneath. They used to have a very like armor along it. Fox here on my right. That's full grown. Did everyone see it?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool. That's gone now, so good job, everyone. You guys are kind of like Lucky Charms, you know? This is your second time doing this? All right, next time you're doing it, let me know. I'll be around. I'll be here. Warm up. We're almost to the warm-up. Oh, this Hummer is running on French fry oil, by the way. That's our fuel. We plan cooking oil from local restaurants. It's a biodiesel we create in-house. It's essentially French fry oil mixed with, and the Hummers are able to run on. Into the middle. There it is. So can you believe that this is the job? Kind of crazy. They only ask me 3 questions at the job interview. Can you drive? Yeah. Do you live in Avalon? Yes. Can you pass some drug tests? Anyway, 3 months later I got the job. Just kidding. Little turn, start of the warm-up. This is where it starts to pick up a little bit. Still got appropriate driving music ahead of us. That's the start of the warm-up right there. Tell you when we get out of it. And again, this is all within the speed limit. Feels a little different in the Hummer. Here we go, downhill into a turn. We'll be fine. So, is this who on? Or, do you remember this? Cool. Hold on a second, I got some fun for you. There's the exclamation point at the end of the warm-up, then we'll have the calm before the storm. Roll down and up, on a bump on the up. Here's the calm before the storm. So before we get too much farther, before we get to the main on the tape, and we all remember right before we got onto the Hummer, I made a big deal about using the Radigan. I said multiple times, twisty, turning, bumpy, dusty, at times steep, at times thrilling. Everyone still made the decision to come on to the Hummer. So we're all in agreement here. We're here because we want to be. This is 100% not my fault. This is only here for whoever bought the ticket. It's their fault. Blame them. Alright, we're going to book it up this hill. We're just about to the main event. Have a bit of fun. Let's get to it. I mean, you could have been ziplining. Here comes a big turn. We're fine. Woo! Get to our views. Good job. Give yourself a round of applause, everyone. Check out this view coming up here. On my right.
Whoa.
We're almost to our high spot where you can get out, walk around, take some photos. I'll let you take a moment to breathe it in. That was 15 to 20 miles an hour doing that. Isn't that crazy? I dig it. We're going to continue. Great view coming up here on my left and above. So barely make out San Clemente Island there, out in the distance. It's owned by the Navy. Let's get up to our spot. If you'd like me to take a photo for you, I'd be happy to help you out. If you know the best spots, I'll get all the right angles. You'll look amazing. Want to take a photo in the driver's seat? Feel free to do so. Please don't touch my mirrors. Don't drive away. Those are the two major things. In a moment, when we make the turn and get around a certain curve, it'll feel like we drove into a Bob Ross painting. The west end of the island in a moment. Campsite there on my right. West end of the island, just around the curve corner up to our left. We're winding here to the left, and then as we make our turn up the hill, now you can see the airport in the sky. 3,000 foot long runway, drop off cliff on each end. 1,640 feet above sea level. Be here for a few minutes to enjoy the area, stretch legs. Welcome to our top, everyone. If we're lucky, we might see mainland California. Oh, there's Tom's Riddles. Mainland California. Welcome to the town. Yeah, let me get the step. Coming down.
Whoa. Tell us where the intermission or on the floor.
We made it to the highest point on the tour, and we can see both ends of the island. I think this is the east end, so that's where like California is, and then the west end is towards nowhere. Wait, no, California's here, and then I guess towards Asia is there. Oh yeah, and here's the airport on Catalina Island.
Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, your mouth is like.
Just stick it all
Alright.
the way up.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese. Alright, I'll do one more with some more of a Jeep. 1, 2, 3, cheese. 1, 2, 3. Look here, cheese. Look, cheese.
How many hours has it been?
I don't know. Alright, 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Yeah. On the grass, there's buffalo poop.
do a Kalmu picture?
We're like halfway to 2 harbors.
Or
Hold on, I'm trying to orient myself.
That's the direction of LA. LA's behind it. Downtown LA's behind it.
Okay.
Got a campsite coming up, go on your right. Whoops. Whoops. Got a little bit of fun for you up the hood. If you see anything, let me know. Feel free to enjoy each other's company as well. Go ahead and have conversations if you'd like. Back in just a little bit. Here comes the bell.
Make sure your seatbelt is tight.
Little turn here. Oh, this is a job. are longer horn. They can be domesticated, but they are wild as well. Members of the bovine family. That's a great question. Because, well, everyone calls a bison a buffalo. I call it bison. Roll. Behind that peninsula is where LA is. So downtown LA is right behind that. You see that little rise there?
There's Palos Verdes.
Yep, that's nice. Good morning. Great view. Better be fine. Better be fine.
Whoa.
Hamilton Hill, very nice condos. Great spot for the 4th of July fireworks up here.
You can see the
Here's up, you see the mainland. You'll see fireworks from Ventura County down to San Diego County.
There's the casino.
And the fireworks from our city. My next tour, I get to the top of the mountain on your left. It's called the Ridgeline. It stays on the ridges that are on the top of the mountain. Does a big circle. Empties out right here by the water reservoir. Get to this view, and then we head down the hill. This is the same road we came out on. Water pipe going down to Avalon. You can see the Wrigley Mansion. Yeah. You see the long white wall? Wrigley Mansion right there. Going to be doing a 2-hour tour, going from zipline platform to zipline platform with your group. You have 2 guides. One guide will go across, the other guide will send people across. And the reason it takes so long is because once you're across, you unhook and you wait for the rest of your group to make it. Pardon me? Profile, the wind resistance is going to push back against you, and it does slow you down, and you might miss going all the way to the other side. Now, the other guy's job is that he has a block on the line with a rope, and they throw it out to you, so you're supposed to grab onto it. My neighbor, and he'll meet you out on that quad. You get tickets through our company, and you get to... And this is before spring break really hits us. So. I got the big truck that's coming around the corner here in a moment. Roll down the hill. Trap tower here on my left. Very nice.
This is the, yeah.
Goes off at the top of the hour, and then on the weekend it goes off every 15 minutes from the top of the hour. From 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening. Here's the ocean side of this 8th grade Pueblo. Pointed out earlier today, you saw the city side.
The one that's on it, right?
Completely on it, yeah. Awesome, thank you. Private residence here on my left. And this is where you give your neighbor a high five, pat yourself on the back, give yourself a round of applause. Because, well, you survived. We're back in Avalon. This is Front Street to the locals. No, that's Front Street on the water. That turns into a pedestrian walkway straight ahead, so we got to turn. So if you're looking for a meal, pretty much everything.
Your final thoughts?
Okay. We've just finished the Bison Expedition, and that was probably the funnest thing we've done so far on the island. it was like really cool. So first we started off on the Jeep. We went up the mountain.
And it got colder and colder.
Yeah, and even though we were only going like 30 miles per hour or so, it still felt pretty fast. There were some great views of the ocean and also the mountain.
And there were also some parts where it curved and it was bumpy.
Yeah, so then we saw the bison. And this is called the Bison Expedition, so I'm glad that we saw the bison. We got up close to it, but even if we didn't get close to the bison, I still would have really liked the tour because of the adventure section, which was when it got like super bumpy, and there were a lot of like tight curves and stuff, and it felt like a roller coaster or something, but it was really fun. Then finally that part ended, and we made it to the really top of the and then finally the bumpy part ended. Then we made it to the top, and we got a great view of both sides of the island, and the air was so fresh, and I really liked it up there. And finally we made it back down. We saw the Catalina airport,
and also the bison that we saw were Bill and Ted or something like that.
yeah, they had names.
Well, the tour guide made it up once we saw them. He doesn't remember.
Yes, we had a great tour guide, and I really liked the Bison Expedition.
My favorite thing from the Bison Expedition is the bumpy feet turning thingamajig.
Okay, on to the next stop.
Bye.